Israel-Hamas war live news. Israeli attacks kill over 10,000 people in Gaza. At least 10,022 Palestinians killed in Israeli attacks on Gaza, 152 killed in occupied West Bank since October 7. More than 1,400 people killed in Hamas's attack on Israel. Israeli air attack damages solar panel roof of Gaza's largest hospital as officials say medical services across the Strip are on the brink of collapse. Speaking to a meeting of foreign ambassadors, the Israeli Prime Minister framed the war as a global conflict against an axis of terror led by Iran. "This is not a local battle, this is a global battle," he said. "We will defeat Hamas. We will dismantle Hamas. We will offer the people of Gaza and the entire peoples of the Middle East a real future. A future of promise and hope. But this requires victory," Netanyahu said. "We believe that all civilized powers should back us in this effort. Because this battle, if your battle and our victory is your victory." Our colleague from Al Jazeera Arabic was live from Gaza City when the Israeli military struck an area very close to his location. Watch below. Ryder, the Pentagon spokesman, said there have been 38 attacks on bases hosting U.S. personnel in the two countries since October 17. That's an increase of 17 attacks from the latest update 6 days ago. Ryder said a total of 46 U.S. personnel have been injured. The Biden administration has said it will respond to attacks on personnel and last month struck locations in Syria it said were being used by Iran-backed groups to launch attacks. Earlier, we reported on the killings of 4 Palestinians by Israeli forces in the West Bank city of Tulkarem. Local officials in Tulkarem told Al Jazeera that an Israeli special unit entered the city in a civilian vehicle and targeted a car that had 4 Palestinian men inside. Al Jazeera's Mohammed Jamjoom has brought us more details on what happened. Jamjoom says the Israeli unit was operating essentially undercover in the city, and it littered the car with bullets. One of the reasons this is noteworthy is because based on what we're being told by eyewitnesses, this raid was meant to assassinate these Palestinian men, who the Israeli army suspected of being fighters with armed groups, Jamjoom said. "That's different than other raids that take place in the occupied West Bank," he added. Brigadier General Pat Ryder made the statement shortly after the Palestinian Health Ministry in Gaza provided an updated death toll, saying 10,022 people, including 4,104 children and 2,641 women, have been killed since October 7. Rights Group had previously condemned statements by the Biden administration, including by President Biden himself, that cast doubt on the figures released by the ministry. Several monitors have said the figures have proven accurate in past wars in Gaza. As it related to civilian casualties in Gaza, we know the numbers are in the thousands, Ryder said. Toma, the UNRW, a spokeswoman, said she lacks the words to describe what has been happening in Gaza. "I'm not sure I have the words that will do any justice to what's been happening, or to the suffering, or to the grief, or to the heartache of mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters and fiancés and husbands and wives," she told Al Jazeera. "People have been through hell. It has been hell for the past 1 month and it continues. And every single day we descend a step further into hell." Samuel Romani, an associated fellow at the UK-based Royal United Service Institute, says despite Israel's success in encircling Gaza City, the difficult part is yet to come. "This was inevitably the first start, which was to encircle Gaza and also to cut off Salah al-Din Road and bifurcate the Gaza Strip. The next step is to launch an urban assault on Gaza City in order to take out more of the Hamas leadership that they haven't already gotten to," he said. "That's the difficult part because Hamas is much more trained in urban combat now than it was in 2014. And they've also got tactics like booby traps and mines lining these city yards, not to mention the tunnel network," Romani told Al Jazeera. So Israel has achieved a major success at the start, but the hardest work for the Israelis is yet to come. Juliette Touma, spokeswoman for the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, said UNRWA is looking to expand the humanitarian supply line via Egypt. The agency is also looking at other options via road so that we're able to bring more humanitarian supplies into the Gaza Strip, including fuel. No fuel has come into Gaza for the past 1 month, Toma told Al Jazeera, adding that the assistance that has come into the territory so far is welcome, but only a drop in the ocean. It's only 6% of what Gaza used to get on a daily basis, and it does not include fuel. We are also running out of fuel at UNRWA. We need it for our own humanitarian operations.